All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to be changing decimals to fractions. Now, remember, I went over in our notes that using a place value chart is a good idea to help keep us organized because remember, place value helps us determine the denominator. Remember, the first spot behind the decimal is the tenths position. The second spot behind the decimal is the hundredths position. The third spot behind the decimal is the thousandths position, okay? So we're gonna keep it up there so that way we can reference it if need be. Let's look at our first set of problems, okay? The first one we have is 0.4, and how we read that is 4/10 because the 4 is in the tenths position. We are looking at the last number's place value. Since it's one spot behind the decimal, I know from my place value chart that one spot behind the decimal is the tenths position. So this will now be my denominator. Okay? The number 4 will be my numerator. In my notes, I said how you say it is how you write it. Since the 4 is in the tenths position, it is read as 4/10. So that's how we write it. 4/10. We have changed a decimal to a fraction, but we're not done. The next thing we need to do is make sure it's in its simplest form. How do we do that, Ms. Likes? Well, I need to simplify it by seeing if I have a common number that I can simplify it with by dividing. They are both even. I know when I'm even, I am always divisible by 2. So 4 divided by 2 will give me 2. 10 divided by 2 will give me 5. 2/5. I cannot simplify this any further. So 4/10 is equivalent to 2/5 as a fraction. Let's try another one. This example has 2 place values. The last digit, the 6, is in the hundredths position. Let's look at our chart. 2 spots behind the decimal is the hundredths position. My place value will be my denominator. Remember, the denominator is the bottom number. This number, the 6, will be my numerator. I have changed a decimal to a fraction. Remember, how you say it is how you write it. Since the 6 is in the hundredths position, it is read and written as 6/100. But remember, we're not done. Can this be simplified? Is there a number that will go into both the numerator and the denominator? Yes, there is. Because they are both even, I know that they are divisible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 will give me 3. Good job. 100 divided by 2 will give me 50. Good job. Now I have 3/50. That cannot be simplified any further. So I have simplified it to its smallest term. So 6/100 as a decimal is equivalent to 3/50. Let's look at this one. I still have 2 digits, so I'm going to look at the last one. The 4 is in the hundredths position, so that is going to be my denominator. And then I'm going to bring 24 up to be my numerator. I have changed my decimal to a fraction, but I'm not done because this can be simplified. They are both even, so I know I can use 2, but can I go any higher? Is there a higher number that I can use that will go evenly into both 24 and 100? Think about it. All right, if you came up with 4, you are correct. 4 will go evenly into both 24 and 100. So 24 divided by 4 will give me 6. Good job. 100 divided by 4 would give me 25. Good job. This is as low as it will go. So 24 hundredths as a decimal is equivalent to 6/25. All right, let's jump it up a notch. Let's do one more. What if I have a whole number? What if I have a whole number with my decimal? Well, guess what? That whole number, we're just going to bring it down. We don't do anything with it. We're still going to look at our place value because remember, we're changing a decimal to a fraction. A decimal to a fraction will change to a mixed number. The 5 is in the hundredths position. I bring the 25 over as my numerator. I end in a 5 and I end in a 0. That means I'm divisible by 5. 25 divided by 5 will give me 5. 100 divided by 5 will give me 20. Good job. But guess what? I'm still not simplified. I still end in a 5 and a 0. So that means I can be simplified one more time. I'm going to bring my whole number over, my 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 1 and 25 hundredths is equivalent to 1 and 1/4. All right, guys. I hope those examples help you. Remember to use your place value chart to help you change your decimal into a fraction. Remember, the denominator will always be the last number's place value. Remember to simplify your answer to get its simplest form. You're going to try some practice problems on your own. If you need any help, please make sure you email me and I'll be happy to help you out. I will see you guys tomorrow.